Okay, on this day of so-called love celebration, whatever, I just feel like addressing an issue and giving my opinion to something that is always happening in religious circle. A very big question is it: does God chooses spouse for you? Does God chooses that? Okay, I'm asking God, does God chooses spouse for you? Now, we need to understand the nature of God. That's why we need to know Him. You see, such question arises from the fact that many people don't know God, and they thought this God is just some, just some maneuvering. No. I can always say, and I want you to ring in the ears of the whole world. This God is a person, a being. That has his mind, his ways, his everything, his interest. You have to get that into your head first. Now, number one, God can. Yes, He can choose somebody for you. 100%. He has the ability. Oh, he has the ability. Yes, He has. So He can. So if somebody say, God say this person is my wife, well, we can. So we cannot say it is 0%. It's a lie. It's a lie. Oh, no. It's 50-50. Of course, it can happen. But are we sure that it is truly that it's God that is telling that person? That's another ball game entirely. So the person might be lying on the God. Even God Himself knows that people used to lie on Him. That's why one of His commandments, I think number 4 or 5 commandments now, fourth or 5th commandment now in the 10 commandments, say, "Thou shalt not call the name of your Lord God in vain." Meaning you must not lie using God's name. You have something else inside you. You don't want to garnish it because you know that the other person will believe you because you mentioned God. Don't do that. So God Himself knows that people rely on His name. So, but can He choose somebody for you? Of course He can. He can. Now, but if we study the nature of this God, if we study the nature and the setup of marriage, now, does it mean that because God now choose spouse for you, then it's now God that will come and be helping you do everything inside that marriage? It's God that will come and be helping you to settle your matter if you have issue, if you have fight. It's God. So if you are not good in communication skills, God will overlook all that because it's God. No, it doesn't happen like that. So whether God choose for you or whether God tell you this is your wife or God did not tell you this is your wife, the main work is inside the deal. The main work. And by the way, this thing is very simple. Marriage is just, in my own opinion, marriage is just a microcosm, just like a small view of our social relationship with human being. That's it. Marriage is just that little view of our social relationship, how we relate with each other, how we are genuine with each other. But on the wider scale, maybe at work, on your street, friends outside, you can do some things and you will get away with it. But in the institution of marriage, when someone is now there, so close to you that your life is now tangled together, secret will be opened that you are not a good person. Okay, for example, now you saw somebody on the road, somebody that has a problem on the road, but you don't care about that person. You don't care. It's only me, I'm good. You don't care about that person. Now you now get married. Now, if you don't care about somebody on the road, nobody will ask you. Nobody will ask you. In fact, everybody can be going. Now, but that is your habit, that is your behavior. You now get married. You are now still doing that behavior to somebody at home with you, and you don't care about that person at home also. But meanwhile, it is your bad habit. But you see, the institution of marriage has now brought it out. It will now cause a problem. They will call family meeting on your case. The society will judge you. Meanwhile, that habit has been in you long before you get married. You that you are not kind, you that you are not committed to something. In your life, if you check your life, you don't have a friend that you've been together for 10 years. It's always, if you know me, I know you. If you don't know me, I don't know you. Everybody day your day, me day my day. Okay, fine. That is your behavior. You now get married. And now this one is not going to live your life forever. You have to be committed. But meanwhile, you are used to, if you day your day, I day your day. If you day your day, that's why you can be together with a woman being inside your house and you are not talking for 3 days. It's because you are used to it. You've been doing it. So that's your habit. You don't see anything wrong in it. Now marriage is now exposing all those things. So God is also intelligent, is also wise to use this institution of marriage to show the pollution, the bad attitude. Now look at it. If two good people marry each other, two good people, would they have problem? No, now. This one is kind, me too, I'm kind. This one is loving, me too, I'm loving. This one has good communication skills. This one knows how to control his emotion. The other person too knows how to control his emotion. The other person is loving. This one too is loving. The other person is wise, knows how to make good decision. The other person too knows how to make good decision. How would be the problem in that kind of scenario? There will not be. There will not be. There will not be. But because as a human being, most of us, we have problem. We are rotten. Trauma. Bad mindset. Yeah? Most of us, we have baggages. We are not okay. We are not okay. We don't know how to learn. We don't know how to balance things. There are some things you just compromise. We don't know how to overlook things. We hold things in our head. So that is our problem. So marriage will now reveal that problem, because the effect of that your bad attitude is now directly affecting somebody else's life. That's why we have problem in marriage. The effect of your bad attitude is you that have that bad attitude, that bad behavior. It's you that is sick in the mind, in the brain, in your behavior. But before you get married, you can just go. You can, even if you have a job, you can leave that job. Nobody will talk, But now it is now married. Now the effect of that your bad attitude now. You don't have a teachable spirit. You don't know how to learn. You don't know how to reason. You don't know how to think. You don't have good attitude. Now, that your bad attitude that you have now, the effect is now directly affecting somebody else's life, either your wife or your husband. So that one too now, you see, both female, if everybody has good attitude, and like we always say in religious sense, everybody has the life of Christ. We are all trying to be who God, our Creator, wants us to be. To live in peace, to live in joy. Anytime you see something that wants to go against living in peace, no. This is not the normal way to live. No, I should live in peace. Oh, I shouldn't do something that will hurt the next person. You are in marriage, you are cheating, and you know that if you cheat, the other person will be hurt. Now, why did you get married in the first place? Kukuma don't get married, be cheating up and down, be doing your rubbish up and down. That one will not have effect on somebody else's life. But you now decide to get married, and you know that you will be hurting somebody. You see. I heard the story. They said the wife was pregnant, and they were having the wife got into labor and the man did not move. He said it was the neighbor that came to carry the wife and help the wife to hospital. The man did not, because we're having misunderstanding. You see, that is bad. Now, that attitude, that man is not just showing it to the wife. That man has that bad attitude. He's not kind. So definitely that kind of person, if it was a friend outside that they are fighting and that friend is dying like this, that's where we'll be looking. That's it. That's it. Which kind of attitude is that? So the issue of that kind of person is not even marriage. Is to go and rehabilitate the person. Go and put the person in the psychiatric ward. Let's check his brain. Let's check if he's a normal woman being. So most things that we call marriage problem are individual problem showing in that little microscope called marriage. Bad attitude, individual attitude, unteachable spirit. You are not learning, you are not trying to grow, you are not trying to be better, you are not trying to be loving, you are not trying to be humble, you are not, you are living, all those things. Marriage will now display it because the effect of those bad attitude is now showing on. That's why when people say their marriage is under attack. No, it's not. Your marriage is not under attack. It's you that you are under attack. It's you or you and your wife, or you and the husband. It's both of you that are under attack. It's not. What's the meaning of your marriage is under attack? What's the meaning of that? It's the individual person. It's you. Take responsibility. All these things just push away responsibility from us and put it on something else. An average human being doesn't want to take responsibility. You are the one under attack. You are the one. These are the things me, by the grace of God, I have learned. Okay, I'm the one that have problem. If this thing did not work out, I'm not throwing any blame on anybody. It's me that have problem, and I have to solve my problem. That's it. If we do that, then all this argument of God asked me to marry, if you are a good person, God will equally give you a good person, and both of you will now become better. That's God's mind, for us to live in peace. That's it. No argument, no fighting, no understanding. For us to live in peace. That's what He wants us together with Him. He's in heaven there, we are here. He wants us to live in peace. So that as it is in heaven, so it will be on earth. So that's what God wants our marriage to be. So that's what we should focus on. Lastly, the single ones, let me give you a very deep advice that you will never miss it in life. Let me end with this. If you want to get married, as you are now, write down all the things you want in a spouse, either your husband or your wife. You want him to be kind, write it down, number 1. Number 2, you want him to be rich, good, write it down. It's very good, write it down. Number 3, you want him to be loving, write it down. Number 4, you want him to be this. All the attributes, traits that you want to find in a man. You want him to love you. You want him to be doing parana with you. You want him to be snapping pictures. Everything. Write those traits down, as many as possible. It can be 25, it can be 55. No problem, write it down. But when you now finish writing it, now check which of these things that I've written down do I have myself. Now start ticking. Am I kind? Is it true I'm kind? Now, at times, you might not be honest with yourself. Ask people, ask your friend, check what people are saying about you. Now, the qualities that you do not have, now start learning it. So if you want a rich person, now you too, go and be rich. Balance. If you are rich, then rich people will come to you too. Because now, your circle would have changed. But it's not that you are poor, you now want a rich person. You are a scam. It will not happen. You are not kind. You want somebody that is kind. You are a scam. It will not happen. You will only attract your kind. So that's it. All those traits, write it down. Now learn, embody it. Be kind, be loving, be submissive, be all the traits that you want in another person. Write it down. Now, take it as a project. In the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, I want to learn how to be this. Intentionally learn those things. I promise you. That kind of person that you are now becoming, you'll be attracted to that kind of person. And both of you now learn life together and become better versions. Remember, all this marriage we are talking about, it only ends here. Immediately we die and we leave this place. There's nothing about marriage again. God bless you. Stay safe.